was lazy with the bar. Oh man, I like this statue. I like that he just chose to break the candy one upstairs, but left Scribble just thrown. Makes sense. I'm not even gonna question why you committed to in the bathroom. Alright, let's deal with Finch, because I assume that's gonna be the next... That's not the Finch. Yeah, that makes more sense than Fylan does.
Does it?
3 consistent ones plus Vanny. Yeah. I think part of me expected
You like piling
this.
things up, don't you?
Yeah, that's usually how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
Procrastination is key. Until it kills you. Or forces you to play a game with a
I
parasite.
know that, huh?
Yeah.
Waiting just to be killed. Waiting for you to not appear for me. To be a savior. Instead you just... What? Cried that I was gone for like, what, years?
I mean, at
You
some
weren't even
point,
happy when I was back. I mean, we're happy. A bit too happy at some point, too. Then we go back to the killing.
Killing was not intended.
If it wasn't intended, it wouldn't have happened, huh?
I feel like that contradicts another thing. As I also don't believe Florence's was also intended, but it did happen. I could be wrong. My memory's a little foggy.
To be fair, it probably wouldn't have happened if you were there, would it?
I was abandoned. Sorry.
Oh, cry about it.
I did.
Oh wait, you did.
Yeah. And then at some point you should kind of give up and move on.
Did you?
Real Pluto did at some point.
But did you?
Yeah, at some point. Did pretty well for a while. Fuck, look at most of this.
Did you? Yeah? Would I be here if you did?
To be fair, I also kept claiming that I dealt with Vinnie and I never properly did. I never probably dealt with anything. I think it's more so who had a bigger impact.
Mm-hmm.
Actual Pluto had an impact, whether I want to admit it or not. They did.
You just run away from it. You run away from everything. You run away from them.
To be fair,
Constantly.
they also kind of ran away from me. To be fair, they were partially manipulated. I didn't run away specifically from them. I ran away from a lot of other things. They were just unfortunately a casualty of that I didn't overly think about at the time. Nothing I was going to do after that point changed that. Me leaving wasn't going to change anything. But to be fair, I got rid of that codependency that I had.
Did you? You're quite codependent on this place.
I got rid of that codependency on Pluto. On this place, yeah, but to be fair, most of my life is this job.
Move on from one thing to the other. That isn't quite moving on, that's just stalling.
Which is the point of this.
Stalling. Is it?
From what I understood for the terms of the game and what I have done with Vanny and Security, and I can see you, you're not real. I don't know if you were ever real. I think at one point you were. But once Pluto got put back into their proper body, you were never real.
Was I not? How then would you like to explain to me that I know some things that you shouldn't know? Don't you think I should have some more knowledge than you think I do?
Part of it's either the lie or the parasite.
What do you want to believe, huh? What makes more sense to your little fantasy? What do you want to believe to be true? Want to believe to be true that it wasn't your fault, that you didn't stop Pluto from going with some maniac who killed them?
Pluto was their own person. I'm not gonna dictate how they live their lives.
So you just let them be killed.
To be fair,
What a great best friend you are.
could say the same thing in reverse. Had Pluto not left with Florence, I probably wouldn't have had the parasite in my brain.
Probably.
And a lot of other shit probably wouldn't have happened either. 90% of this, I also don't think would have continued, as I probably wouldn't have taken that job at Candy's. Probably would have helped somewhere else. Probably would have been better off, to be honest. So it's a mutual thing. I didn't stop them. To be fair, neither of us really knew what was going to happen.
So you're justifying not helping your best friend because they didn't help you?
Well, no,
like,
mine was first. Well, no, sorry, Pluto's was first. I didn't know Florence would do anything that wasn't my fault, and I will never claim that to be my fault. Pluto is their own person. They can live their own life. That's not my decision.
Quite live a long one.
Well, now they can live an even longer one. Who knows?
That's what you assume.
We don't know. They refuse to check, no matter how many times I pestered them about it. Even then, I think our friendship as a whole was kind of just gone after that. They came back, and I was thrilled about that, but the light in their eyes that they had before Florence was gone. That wasn't coming back. Even now, with you being a recreation, that light is still gone. Whether that's on purpose or not, or something that you could never truly replicate. Pluto is not the Pluto that I was friends with, and they are not the person that I fell in love with. And I think that's fine. There's nothing I can do about that now. There's no point to push for something that isn't going to happen. In the end, it was me who made the drastic mistake, and that's my fault. I should have handled that better, but I didn't. I was more upset at myself and needed a break from everything that was going on, that everything felt like it was my fault, whether it was or wasn't. I did my best to keep them happy, whether I did or not. It seems very adamant that I didn't. Tried afterwards and continue to try afterwards, at least to just have them in my life. But at some point, I think mentally I just gave up. I was never going to make Pluto happy, and that was fine. I'd rather them be happy somewhere else than sitting there with me miserable. That's fine. Part of me does blame myself, which I shouldn't, but part of me does blame Florence for taking one of the few things of happiness I had. Which is probably the escalation as to why I felt like I had to build it so much. Why I had to make things like security and Fylan, and Fylan wasn't even made. He was given Sherbet, Eminem, Doodle. Everyone felt like I needed to build happiness so it wouldn't leave, wouldn't abandon me or die. Florence took too much of a major thing out of me that I never actually processed. But nothing I can do now. The Pluto that I miss probably isn't going to come back, and that's fine. There's nothing I can do. Oh yeah, this is arguably one of the better ones from you. Securities was kind of lacking, but to be fair, not like you have much variety in the no vocal one. And Vanny, I've processed Vanny long enough. Valerie was never coming back. This one, at least I can make something with now. Even if it's small, it's still visits, weekly visits, bringing them food, going to the movies, something small that I can enjoy in my life. But I don't think I'll ever end up being close with Pluto like I used to. No matter how much either of us would want it differently, it's not what'll work out for us.
One last thing. Thank you.
You're just gonna stand there and watch? Don't even know if you're real. Alright, let's go. Who's next? I don't think I'm ready for this one.
Oh? That's too bad. Get on with it.
Oh, thanks. This is the
Yeah,
one
you're
I've
welcome.
been arguably dreading the most, so that's fun. Even though I know that you're not...
no see.
I wish it was longer. I mean,
Why do you say that?
Do we have to go through the entire, the act? I know that you aren't real. But he's still a part of my winning condition, so I guess I'll pick and choose.
Let me ask you. What lies have you told yourself about me?
That's a good question, actually.
Or better yet, what lies have you said about me?
You're not gonna scare me like this. I know that you won't. Vincent doesn't scare me.
Fine. Then you should get on with whatever stupid lies you fed yourself about him.
I don't even remember if that's actually how he sounds, which is easier for me as I know you're going off of the fucking made up endo, so that makes me feel at least a little bit better.
Or maybe you're just going off of the stereotype. Another lie you're feeding yourself. Because you don't fully remember, do you?
Not like I knew him in life and not like he talks normally. So, pick and choose. Mainly just stuck with the whisper 90% of the time. I don't know. Can't... No matter what happens, everything that we've done, every location that has been made, every move that we have had, every argument that we've had, every time Vincent has shut himself out, and every time we move past that, I cannot bring myself to forgive him. I can't. Part of me will always hate you for what you did. I've grown so much over the last couple years to look past it, to see the person that I know Vincent is trying to become, and see all the change that he has made. Not just to myself, not to him, but to everybody else, even those that he barely even knows. It was a simple mistake. He panicked and escalated his life, and in turn escalated everybody else's life. He didn't deserve the life he got, nor did I, nor did Adrien, nor did Brian, nor did Blank, or Davy, or Matthew Marcus.
I know damn well you're just saying all that to make yourself feel better, because every time you look at this face, you just see the man who took your father away from you. You're always gonna hate him. Don't lie to yourself.
I will. Something in me will always feel that hatred towards him.
He fully deserves the life he has. Just say it.
I think now, especially if they're learning from the twins and learning from everything else, I don't believe that I see Vincent at all anymore. That face doesn't haunt me. I don't remember him. I get pictures every now and again. That's kind of it. I believe that Vinnie is the one that has grown. I don't think Vinnie has deserved the life he has gotten. I think Vincent did, but I don't think Vinnie has.
They're always gonna be the same person. There's no difference between them.
There is a difference. There's enough of a difference. I may not remember him and how he was in life, but from hearing stories from the two that I can still ask, he was a good man. I think Vinnie is a good man. My hatred will always remain with Vincent.
He ruined your life, your childhood. And you're saying despite all that, you still see good in him? How many more lies are you gonna feed yourself?
My flaw has always been, I will always see the good in everybody whether they deserve it or not. And whether it kills me, I will always see the good in them. My feelings towards that do not change. Even with Origami, I may hate him a little bit, but he still deserved better. And so did Vinnie.
No! This is not what you were supposed to say!
You expected me to lie, so you could find a loophole. You expected me to lie on the person that impacted me the most. Security doesn't talk. My feelings for him are pretty easy. Pluto, I think I've come to terms with over the years. It just doesn't matter anymore. I fucked up and so have they. Nothing's gonna change that. Valerie was never gonna come back in my life. She made her decision. Even now, she won't come back. It doesn't matter.
Do you think coming to terms with all of this is gonna change anything? I'll still linger in the back of your mind. I'll always be there until the day you die. This isn't gonna change shit.
I think it's also now I finally get the chance to learn to live with that. Nothing I can do will undo his actions nor anybody else's. But I can still feel better about what has happened. And need I remind you, these are the rules you set out. You just expected me to fail because I've never come to terms with my emotions or my thoughts on everybody. I just pushed them and lie. This is not Vincent.
Yes, it is. You know damn well it is.
This is not Vincent. This is a monster trying to win.
And I am the monster who took your family and any shot of anything good you had in life.
Anything good I had in life. Look at this entire place that you have essentially corrupted over time for your little game. None of this I genuinely would have existed had Vincent not done one singular act. So many people would have not gone to see anything. Sherbet, Violet, even Mochi and Ozzy, who knows what would have happened with them. It may have not been the life that I truly wanted, but I think it was enough of the life that I think I got, and I'm happy with. You aren't going to change that, and you're essentially you're the final boss, and you failed. Your game's over.
I'll be back. No.
The game's
It's
over.
not over.
All that's left is actual Lollipop. All that's left is Parasite downstairs.
You can't do this.
If it makes you feel any better. This was the hardest room. But I think it was also the easiest. Because I know everything that you're saying is just not true. Or whatever you want me to believe about him. That isn't true. So I say this as a goodbye. Thank you, Vincent.
This is not goodbye at all.
Oh, well.
Where are you going? Won't you turn your back on me?
Or what? You're not real. Vinnie hasn't been real for years in my head. Nobody here was, except... Where the fuck did you go? Did you actually just abandon me halfway through this? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go look for the stupid fucking cat.
You're not going anywhere! Dylan!
You can't stop me.
Dylan!
God, this place is horrible. He's so dead. Oh, GC. Anyway, wow, he really didn't finish the bar. We can't go there. Why did you decorate the bathroom? No, Pluto's room. He's dead. He's gonna die, or he just abandoned me as a whole.
You little rat! I should have kept you locked up the minute I saw your snot-nosed little ass Logan.
Yeah, the thing? I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Dylan.
God, you
Help.
fucking suck
What?
at just... You have snot, like, just asshole remarks constantly, but the one time it actually works, you're just like, oh, I got nothing.
I'm nervous.
Let him go.
Do something.
Let him go.
No!
He's fine. He hasn't done shit. He's just kind of here.
I'm harmless.
You dear, didn't he?
I don't understand what you just said. I'm partially deaf, even in my own mind. Talk louder,
God.
thank you. Or clearer, I don't
Damn
know.
it.
I know you're in a constant perpetual state of smiling.
It's very difficult, okay?
You chose
He
the
brought
form.
you here. I can't.
Listen,
Thank you.
I did everything.
Make him more angry.
Security, Vinnie, Vincent, Pluto, Vanny. I did everyone's done. I won. I completed the game. I did all 4 bosses. I'm done. I win.
No,
Let him
you're
go.
not done.
Let him go.
You're not done.
And
There's-
I'm good to
there's
go.
still
That
more.
was a part of the deal. You lost.
No,
Even as controlling them, you still sucked. You and your
Honor the
mahogany
deal.
table.
fine, you win. But maybe it's ever crossed your mind that I might want to live just a little bit more than you do.
Then shouldn't have jumped into the floating corpse in the void. That's not
It was
my
hollow
fault.
and
You had
empty
so
and
many
abandoned.
points to leave afterwards.
It was perfect. I
Who
was
knows if
stuck
you'll
in
even
it.
survive in the normal world? Where I am. Who knows if you'll survive there?
Well, I guess then we'll just have to wait and
I hope you
see,
don't.
won't we?
Yeah, you lost. God, the game that
No.
you've been setting up for
Yes.
ages, you still couldn't even win. You had 2 years to prep.
It's more you. This head has nothing to work with.
Yeah. I wouldn't even fault. Yeah, there's not much. There's a lot of trauma, and you had a free. You built this place. It's a pretty good replica, actually.
Well, thank you.
Some outdated
Yeah, it's pretty
shit.
impressive.
The circus baby plush shouldn't be there.
Well, I mean, it kind of like fit the decor a little bit, and I thought, like, oh,
I
so
guess she
just
exists
that
for
with her last
trauma,
week.
so I guess it kind of leans into it.
You don't have to be picky
Wait,
about it.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Wait, why am I signing you? What the
Why
fuck?
are we having a casual
don't know.
conversation about your work?
Stop.
It's impressive,
You're
but
being
still.
annoying, and you're making... God, I don't want to be in a freaking cage. Get me out of here. Hey, remember that time you used your hands? That was pretty cool.
I'm not choking him again.
Choke him.
I'm not. It's not
Don't listen to
gonna
this.
work.
You can't listen to our plan.
Yeah, you
Don't
can't listen to our
plan.
plan. You're deaf. You're like me.
Try.
Put your hands over your ears. Or whatever. Whatever you have.
You want to come at me? Fucking give it a go.
Oh, holy shit.
I didn't choke him this time. Kind of just tore his
Yeah, good for you.
Body apart.
Yeah,
God,
that's
that's
good alternative.
2 on the list now. It's been a rough, like, couple months.
Yeah. I honestly cannot believe you just did that. I had zero faith
I
in you.
can't believe he gave you a litter box and a cat tree.
Oh, ha ha ha, laugh it up,
How do I
buddy,
get
laugh
you
it
out
up.
of here?
Oh, I could have called him a sucker.
Too late now. How do I get you out of here?
Oh, shit. Oh, no, it's fine.
What
Take
the
it flat.
fuck? You could have done that the whole time. You just opted to just like, get me out of here.
Okay, did you see what you just did to him? He would have done that to me.
Yeah, but he hasn't so far. If he wanted to, I feel like he would have done it instead of putting you in a cage with a litter box and cat tree.
We don't have to. Don't get bogged down on the details. You need to hurry up and kill it.
Didn't I just do that?
Well, it got forced out of your brain. That's it.
That's uncomfortable to think about.
Yeah.
How do I go? Listen, man, I've never established how to voluntarily go and come from this place.
I don't know. Align your chakras or something. I don't know.
Do I need
Just
to eat
figure it out.
rose quartz and drink lilac?
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Okay. Good luck with redecorating. That seems like a you issue now.
Yeah. I've gotten over it.